welcome back to Game 2 of Riot Duo Scrims. This time we are in Miramar and we are watching Team Number 2, Riot Formal and Kitten, and the match is just about to start. And with a flight path taking us over La Drillera, Montenuevo, Power Grid, San Martin, Hacienda del Patron, Water Treatment, Cruz de Val, Torre Ahumada and Campo Militar. And in just a moment's time we will start seeing the first teams drop from the plane, and the first to go is going to be Team 30 with Death Defying jumping out and going down towards Val de Mar, accompanied by what I think is Team 18, the Sons of Odin team, and Team 15 are going up towards the road by El Pozo. We have Team 6 and 38 going towards Chumacera, with Team 34 going to Montenuevo, Team 2 going to Picado, and Team 32 and 37 heading to Hacienda del Patron, where I'm sure a few teams will be fighting it out for the golden car. And we have teams 45 and 42 just jumping near to the end of the flight path, with teams 41, 21, 7 and 22 along with team number 8 following suit. And team 2 have now made it to the ground. They are with team 14 and team 43. The winners of game 1 pens are nearby, and Formal has just picked up what I think is an AKM, possibly. And he is holding a pistol at the moment, and looks as though he has noticed that a team has come down with him, and he's now shooting towards pen cons, but no hits are made. And he now goes to the balcony but just can't get the angle on pen cons, with Benji to the left hand side. Kitten is upstairs, and Riot Formal will now try and change location to get a better vantage point on Team 14. Team 43 are staying relatively quiet at the moment, letting teams 2 and 14 fight amongst themselves, with SF Abstract taking down Riot Mickey and getting Riot Sweet, with Juicy knocking Jen Fish by grenade. And Jen Fitzy has knocked Juicy there on the left hand side. And Team 2 are now scoping in on Team 43, with Coronavirus getting Jen Temp. And let's have a look at the other teams. And let's go over to Jen Inga and leave Team 2 scoping in, as Team 21 go up against Team 20. With DMS Wolf being knocked, but Coronavirus runs in to take down Jen and is now getting the revive, with Team 40 nearby. And Coronavirus is now applying bandages and will presumably use a boost to regain the last bit of health that are still outstanding at the moment. And Jen Fitzy takes down Juicy again and gets the kill there, with Jen Nick taking down Little Vlad. And we have Zen Missy of Team 40 over towards 345, along with her teammate Luna, who is over towards northeast. And if you have another look at the map, we're going to go over to Team 20, Fitzy and Nick, who have a player from Team 10, which is Jen Tequila, just behind the wall. And Riot Formal has just taken down Riot Envy. And Riot Get Good has just taken down Riot Formal. So let's jump back over to Team 2 as we see Riot Formal get the kill on Envy and Kitten get Good, leaving Team 2 to work against Team 14, with Team 14 Pen Benji just moving in onto the top floor. But Riot Formal should just about have enough time to get to the wall, and he does, but unfortunately Pen Benji get Riot Kitten, leaving Team 14 to be victorious at Picado. So let's change now and go back over to team number 20, who still have Team 10 with them at Campo Militar. And that is it, with Gen Nick getting the kill on Gen Tequila there. And now let's go over to Team 40, where we see Missy and Luna with Team 29. And Snipes has just taken down Riot Wizard by grenade on the left hand side there. SF Abstract has just knocked Philippek and gets the kill, leaving Riot Wizard upstairs, and Snipes has just thrown a molly. And Zem Missy has just knocked DMS Wolf, and Wizard has jumped out the window, with both Snipes and Abstract giving chase. And Wizard has just knocked Snipes, and Abstract gets the kill. And Abstract now gets the revive on Snipes, with Team 38 clearing Chumacera. So now let's go over to Team 41, which is Don and Phil, who are near to Team number 20. And we now have Phil moving in towards Jen Fitzy and Jen Nick. With Jen Nick rotating around the right hand side and Fitzy on the left. With Phil taking cover inside a cactus plant at the moment. And Phil throws a smoke grenade. I do apologise, a frag grenade, with Andy K getting a knock on the left hand side there. With Gavstar getting Zen Ryder, and Fitzy has just called down a flare drop. Now let's jump over briefly to Team 42, and we've just moved away whilst Jem Fitzy gets a knock on Phil. I do apologise, and the Zen Alex is just healing up at the moment inside the blue zone. And it's going towards Jen Daz, who is just up ahead with Team 7 behind. And SF Abstract has just knocked Death Defying Savage and gets the kill there, with Snipes getting the Death Defying Jammer. And Fitzy gets the kill on Phil, and Don with Andy K taking down Zen Alex. And now let's jump back over to Team 25, Jem Malice and Darshan, as they go up against Team 5. And we have Team 8 on top of the mountain towards southeast, with Jem Malice getting a hit there. Not enough to knock, but almost enough. And with Team 5, Xena and Goddess over towards 150, 155. And Malice is now scoping in on them and gets the knock on Goddess by Car 98, with Xena now going in to get the revive. And Exo Fluffy gets the knock on Zen at Mr. Bundy. And then gets the kill there.
Get him! Oh, you got beat by Queen.
With Jen Malice getting another knock on Xena. And Jen Darshan gets a knock on Goddess with a Car 98. With Jen Malice now moving towards them, with Team 8 still not shooting from the rooftop, with a flare dropping nearby towards 130 southeast. And now Jen Malice throws in a grenade to the left-hand side, possibly not realising that Goddess and Xena have just moved out the back of the building. And Xena knocks Jen Darshan with an M4. And Malice is just working out whether a revive is possible. And with the smoke being thrown, that is exactly what they're going to try, with BM Nemris knocking LH Proxy and Alpha. So there's another 2 kills for that team, with Malice now being able to get the revive on Darshan, with the Xena and Goddess pushing in from the right side. And we now have Team 22 on the left side. And Malice is going up to get a bit more height as Xena goes to the left. Goddess goes to the right. Sorry, Goddess goes to the left and Xena goes to the right, with Jendaz just behind. And Darshan has now used a first aid kit and will possibly want to use a couple of boosts. And Jen Darshan gets another knock on Xena with a Kar 98. With a smoke now being thrown by Goddess. And Goddess being hit. And now Malice tries to get the kill. But it looks as though they're just in cover enough to shield themselves from any sniper shots. And Goddess takes down Jen Malice with an M4, giving her the opportunity to finish off the revive on Xena without being fired at, whilst Darshan tries to revive Malice. And now Xena and Goddess are both up and standing, and Malice and Darshan are now revived also, so the fight can continue. And Xena jumps out the left side with Riot Mel taking down SS Avery on the left hand side there. And Jen Malice is now retreating. And with the zone pushing in, they have 1,030 metres to go. And will need to start making a move. And I think now is a good time to do our game recap, with Riot Mel getting Fingod and Avery knocking Ghost, with Riot Mel getting the finish and Towel getting Snipes, with Avery finishing off Mel with an Uzi. So we are just about 19 minutes in to game number 2. It was just managed to knock Susan Jacqueline, and there are 34 players still alive, so as always it's still very much all to play for. And Team 25 are just moving away from the blue zone at the moment, with around 700 metres to go. But now that Team 25 are making their escape, let's have a look at the other teams. As we see that Team 18, 13, 15, 37, 40, 26, 7, 29, 14, 20, 25, 5, 22 and 8 all need to get into zone, with Susan Jacqueline just being taken down and finished by the play zone, with Team 25 stopping with Team 20, which is Jen, Nick and Fitzy, and they are both taken down by Jen Darshan and Jen Malice there. And Pembenji knocks DMS Wolf with an M24. And Nick and Fitzy will now start making a move to zone, where they will find Team 31 at Team 18, Team 34 and Team 38 with Team 32 at the top by the next drop. And we will go to Team 29, where we see Coronavirus, who has just been knocked by a member of the Penn team. And Penn Cons gets the kill on Coronavirus, and Penn Benji finishes off DMS Wolf. And they have Jen Daz from Team 22 to the left, and Benji will need to heal up before moving in. And with the zone coming in around 5 seconds time, he will need to heal up fast and make a move. And Penn Benji has got the car ready to go, with Penn Cons just jumping in and using an energy drink, with the blue zone taking health. Not a great deal, but it is taking it fast, with SS Avery just on the left hand side now by the warehouse, with Team 14 going right past, not having noticed them. And Scorpion takes down Jen Daz on the left hand side there, with Penn, Benji and Cons just losing control of the vehicle briefly. And they are now going towards Team 20 and Team 31. But first they thought they'd crash into the top. And Fitzy taking down Benji, with the play zone knocking Goddess, and presumably it may knock Xena very, very shortly. With Riot Gavstar getting SK Jatin, and the play zone finishing off Missy and Goddess and Luna. And Xena there. And Pencons is just preparing a grenade to be thrown towards Team 20, and gets the kill on both Jen Nick and Jen Fitzy. A brilliantly thrown grenade there. Jen Venom, Jen Nick's ex Queen on the left hand side. And Pencons is now shooting towards Siren and being forced by D, and manages to get the knock. And Sons of Odin, Peaky B gets the finish on Penn Cons there, with Charles Lol getting SF Abstract and SS Avery getting BM Nemris, with Riot Gavstar getting a knock on level 1 Bunny and getting the kill. With Scorpion Hammer just getting a knock with an MK14 on Gavstar, and now getting the kill. And Team 18 now firing towards Avery on the left hand side, with Scorpion Hammer getting the kill on Andy K. And SK manages to Molotov themselves. With Avery now throwing grenades. And we have Team 34 to the right, a drop right in front of Avery, and Team 18 pushing in from the right hand side, with the play zone finishing off XO Fluffy and taking down XO Queen. And Siren knocks Sons of Odin Peaky B. Leaving DJ Sniper to finish off Siren. And SS Avery finishes off Peaky B there. And DJ Sniper tries to get the kill on Avery with an SMG, but just doesn't quite manage it, with Avery now being shot at from presumably Siren, Team 31 on the left. And all teams seem to be just on the boundary of the next zone at the moment, with the blue zone now coming in. Sniper has 15 metres to go. It will be difficult, especially with the players either side, and with the blue zone doing a lot of damage at the moment. Sniper is then finished off by SS Avery. And that then leaves Team 34 going up against Team 31, 32 and 8. And in just a moment, I'm sure we will then see our top 3 for game number 2. Unfortunately, the winner is not going to be the Pen team, so they are not going to maintain their winning streak this time round. So we will have a brand new winner for game number 2. And it is not going to be Team 31, with Siren being taken out by Avery. So we now have our top 3, with Scorpion Hammer taking down Shells, and Team 8 going up against Team 32 and Team 34. And Scorpion Hammer has been taken down, so that leaves SS Avery to go up against Team 34. And Avery is now throwing smokes. And SS Avery tries to take down Tao there, but just misfires slightly, with the aim being a bit off to the left. And FE Tao is taken down by Avery, with Chels firing back. And Avery is now using a first aid kit. A well-thrown grenade by Chels could be all it takes. And there we see the grenade, but Avery just manages to get away and prepares a grenade of his own and rotates to the right. And with Tao being finished off, it is now Chels against Avery of team number 8. So it is 1v1 to finish off game number 2. And a molly is thrown, but it just misses target, with Avery now having to use another first aid kit as Chels rotates left and Avery rotates right. And that is the end of game number 2, with Chels getting the final kill. So FE are first with 4 kills. We have SS in second with 7. We have Scorpion at level 1 in third with 3. We have Siren and BM Nemris in fourth with 3. And we have Sons of Odin in 5th with 1 kill. If you have enjoyed this stream, please follow the channel with new content added daily. You have been watching Riot Duo Scrims, and all that is left for me to say is please take care, stay safe, and we will see you the same time next week. Good night, guys.